Hey guys, Paul here with Patek. In this video I'm going to depart from my usual photography video related fare. I'm going to review a set of outdoor lights, believe it or not. Now, why would I be doing this? Recently I installed a set of Lumary wafer lights, two behind me and two in the back of the studio. And so they come with an app, and so if you're interested in, if you watch here, I'm going to change to yellow, I'm going to change it to green. If you watch the lighting on the background, you should see a difference. I'll change it to white. Let's drop the intensity right down here. Bring the intensity back up. I'll change the color. For me, this is just the slickest thing, and I must have done a good job on the first review because Lumary reached out and asked me if I would review a kit of their outdoor lights. And this is the Lumary Smart Outdoor Spotlights Pro, 36 watts, 3000 lumens. It's got quite a range of light temperature from warm white to cool white, 16 million colors, and you can control them with an app or a remote control. You have voice control over them. You also have a timer on them, so you can set a countdown timer, or you can set them to come on at a certain time of day, on or off. They'll sync to music, and you can control the lights in groups. Now, the kit that I have is 6 lights, and what I'm going to do is basically show you, I'll do a box opening, I'll do an installation, like what you need to do here before you even take them outdoors, and then I'll show you how to install them in the garden, how to hook them up, all that good stuff, and then we will do a final test and see what they look like at night. So it should be exciting. Let's check it out. Okay guys, everybody's favorite, the box opening, and whatever you do, don't attempt this at home because I am a professional. So having said that, let's see if we can hack this thing open here and get that out of the way. Okay, so in the kit, it looks like we've got some spikes, 2, 4, 6 spikes. Makes sense, there's 6 lights, there's an Allen key in a little package, and then you've got your lighting, and this looks like the main plug, the adapter, and wow, what a wicked mess of wiring, holy cow. So I don't think there's any point to taking all this apart other than we just have a quick look at the lights here. These are a metal construction for sure, and looks like they've got little brackets, and there's a little hole here to mount to the spikes that are going to go into the ground. So looks like everything that you need to make this kit work comes in the box. I mean, I can pull it out just for the sake of doing it, but I think it's just going to be pretty much as I said. Yeah, so you got 3 lights on the bottom, 3 on the top, and to get all this out of the box, holy cow. But I'm kind of curious. No shortage of wire, that's for sure. Oh my goodness. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, Lumary RGBAI Smart Outdoor Spotlight Pro user manual. Okay, I have one of these from my Lumary lights that are plugged into the ceiling above me, and you also get the remote control for the lights. So my understanding at this point is that the lights can be controlled similar to my existing wafer lights, either through your smartphone or through the remote control. So now what we got to do is get all this stuff installed, and we'll test it and show you how it works. So let's jump into that right now. Okay, so just quickly before we jump into the installation, I thought I would lay everything out here for you and just go through all the items. So you've got your AC power adapter. This looks like your inverter pack here. The remote control, you've got 3 sets of spikes that are going to connect to the lights. A little bit of an Allen key here. Well, it is an Allen key. And you have an instruction manual. I didn't notice anything in the manual that shows all the pieces that you're supposed to get, but I may be able to find that online, but it didn't come in the kit. But this looks like everything that I saw when I was looking at the kit online. So that's the whole kit and caboodle. Let's jump in and we'll actually do the install and we'll see how this system works. Okay guys, so now we're going to do the installation for the outdoor lighting kit, and I'll just cover a couple of basic things for you. These spikes are metal, which is nice, and they go on to the bottom of the metal bracket here, and then they're just screwed in with a little looks like a 1/4 size, like so. I don't think I need to do that. That's pretty straightforward. And then the Allen key that comes with the kit, you use that to tighten up the bracket to make it looser or stiffer here to give you some tiltability for the lights. So then the real setup becomes you have to download the Lumary app first. That's the first thing that you want to do. I've already got it on my iPhone here, so I'm all set to go. But some of the basic instructions, so know your Wi-Fi network and password. This system doesn't work on 5G, it only works on 2.4. Make sure your mobile device is running iOS 13.3 or higher and Android 9 or higher, and then make sure you're connecting to 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi system. That's great. Next step is download the app, the Lumary app, to your phone, register your account, and then to connect. Now yesterday when I plugged this in for the first time, I noticed that the lights were flashing, and that's the pairing mode for the system. And if it's not flashing like it is now, it's just sitting, all the lights are blue, then you have to unplug and plug it back in. And so that's what gets you into the pairing mode. So let's just take a look and see if we can get the system paired up now. Okay, so in my case, I didn't see the actual outdoor lighting kit here, so you can add your devices through an alternative method, which is to tap on the light source BLE Wi-Fi, which I'm going to do, and now we want to make sure that the lights are in the blinking mode. So basically, it's just okay, there we go. So now we've got the lights in the pairing mode. Okay, so we've got our lights blinking. I'm going to go into the app here. I'm going to confirm the indicator is blinking or breathing. I'm going to hit next. And I need to type in my Wi-Fi name here. Okay, so the system finally set up, it's finally paired, and now the next thing that I have to do is tell the app how many lights are in the system. So it's already punched in 6 for me. I'm just going to confirm that. And I've got 6 lights here, and so really what I'm doing here is I want to test this system indoors here before I take it outside and do the actual install. And so I can just make some changes here to the lights, some basic changes, and here we go, let's do color. And so let me you should be able to see these in the overhead shot, and so I'll change to red. There's yellow, there's green, there's a lighter blue, and I'm still at 100%. And if I bring this down, so there's a ton of changes that I can make here, and let's just play with the color palette here. So I can set the lights to flow, rainbow, chase. I mean, there's just a whole range. There's gradient, jump, breathing, blinking. So I thought I'd be remiss if I didn't walk you through the actual operation of the lights from start to finish. So once you've got your lighting kit paired, you can see them blinking away here. I'm just going to click on the Lumary app, and then really it's just a matter of clicking on Lumary. And what you can see here is I've set a custom set of lights. So you'll see that the default settings are flow, rainbow, chase, you know, RGBAI, gradient, jump, breathing. But if you want to set a custom set, you can simply click on the settings pen up in the top right here, and then you can go in like this one here. If I click on DIY, and you can select the light colors that you want for the different settings. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. I should actually get rid of 1 here, and then just save that. And so I've already named it to Paul 1, and that's really how you get your custom settings in the lighting. Very straightforward. Okay, one more setting I thought you might find value, and that is just touch on the Lumary lighting. And if you click on this guy right here, you can also set a countdown timer or just a regular timer using the Lumary lights. And if you want to turn them off, it's as simple as hitting the on-off button, like so. And so now it's time to, let's go out and install these outside on the front of the house, and we'll look at the variations you can get from this really cool system. So one more quick adjustment I wanted to show you. If you tap on the little white bar there, your lights come up and you can change the Kelvin if you've got white lighting set. So I'm just going to put it back here. It doesn't make much difference. But if you want to raise or lower the intensity, you just slide this bar across like so. And of course, there we go. For some reason it was a little sticky there, and you can see the intensity of the lights drops right down. You can bring it back. Okay, so you just slide it back and forth, and that's your intensity setting for the Lumary lighting kit. Pretty straightforward. Okay guys, so I'll give you an overview here. This is my porch, and I'm just doing this handheld. So I'm just going to come down to, so what I've done is a lot of houses, the builders will install Christmas light receptacles on the ceiling, and they put it under my porch. Thank you very much. And then I just secured the wires to the pole. You can see the Lumary controller right there. So as far as daytime installation goes, I just ran the wire from the pole to the garden, as you can see. And then I'll just come around through here, and you can see the lights. There's the first one, and they're just daisy chained in series, one after the other. And so this is what is going to be illuminated. So this is the front of my house and the garden, and now it's just a matter of, let's see here, it's about 10 minutes after 1, and so we got to wait till about 7 or 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock tonight to test out the lights, and I'll show you all the fancy variations in colors and intensities you can get, so it should be exciting. Okay guys, so what you're looking at right now is the Lumary lighting set. It's all installed, and this is my custom color pattern. I'm just calling this one Paul 1. That's a neighbor just driving into the driveway. And so what you can see is it's just moving through the 6 different colors one by one. Next I'm going to go through the flow option. That's one of the default colors. And this is the rainbow option. This one is called Chase. This is just RGBAI. And the gradient option is kind of cool. And this is the jump option. This one is breathing. So that's kind of a subtle transition between the colors. And then the last option, which is blink. It's just pulsing the lights or flashing the lights on and off, pretty straightforward. Okay. And I've turned them off there. I'm going to turn them back on. So now I've just set them to plain white, and that's 90% intensity. That's 57%. That is 31%. And that is 16%. And now back to 74%. And then 100%. Okay. Now we'll go back to color. And so now we can run through some of my, I selected, I created my own color option, which is called Paul 1. And that's what you're looking at right now. So it's a combination of blue, pink, and robin's egg blue, I guess. This next one is called Flow. There's a lot of red in it. But the bottom line here is that you can set the color options to whatever you want. So if you want red and green for Christmas, you want orange for Halloween, you know, the sky's the limit. This is rainbow. And again, this is 6 lights being controlled, just lighting the front of my house. Just to, you know, the lights are behind the bushes in the garden. So again, just quickly, that's the RGBAI mode. This is the gradient mode, which is kind of a slow transition from through the colors. This is the jump mode. This is breathing. Gradient and breathing are kind of the same, only breathing is more like it's pulsing. And it moves through the colors. And then the last option is blinking, and the lights are just blinking on and off. So I'm going to take them back to the Paul setting here. And hopefully that gives you a pretty good perspective on what you're going to get from this kind of a lighting system. Okay guys, so in conclusion, I gotta say that I'm quite impressed with this lighting kit. I mean, there's such a range of color variations that you can get. So if you're somebody that's you know, looking for a lighting set for your front garden or light up the front of your house, you want to change with the seasons, Halloween, Christmas, what have you, I think this is a decent kit. The only thing I can't really speak to is the longevity, you know, through cold weather. I mean, this is Canada where I live, and we get snow and ice in the wintertime, so it'll be interesting to see how the kit holds up in the garden over time. But I have to say that the existing Lumary lights that I have in the studio here, they've been going strong for 3-4 months now with no issues. It's so convenient just to be able to take your phone and tap in the changes, especially, you know, like in a YouTube studio like this, where, you know, anything you can do to save time and make things more convenient, it just equates to money. Time is money, right? So if you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe, like, and notification bells for me. I really appreciate it. I will put all the appropriate links in the description for you. And by all means, if you have questions, you're trying to do a setup at your place and you run into a snag or something like that, don't hesitate to connect in. I'll try and help you out as best I can. That's it for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.